Alright. Alright. Recording, right? Alright, guys. I'm definitely going to do more historical stuff, but I haven't figured out the next video for my historical content, so. But I'm going to be on a very long rant and some history. I like to collect pine cones. Pine cones. Yes, pine cones. Now, why do I like to collect pine cones? Don't fucking ask me. Also, I'm a very good expert on pine cones. Not like the nitty gritty. I'm just an expert at collecting pine cones. Obvious reasons. Now, I have a very majestic pine cone that I just saw on my walk today. A so majestic pine cone that I consider it a rare pine cone that comes from the pinecone tree. And now, there ain't no rules of getting and collecting pine cones, but the more, well, if you want to collect pine cones, the more OSHA regulated pine cone collecting, I would say, is that you have to wait for it to drop off the pine cone tree, and you have to wait for it to go on the ground and all that shit. But the best pine cones are the pine cones that are the big ones. A big pine cone means big good. Also, one day I found a pine cone, a lizard or a gecko in a pine cone. But that's for another story, maybe quick news. But, anyway, this pine cone, I only saw when I was 5. I only saw this pine cone when I was 5 years old. And the only reason why is because I was up in New Jersey, when I lived up in New Jersey. And we always went to this park, and this park had a fuck ton of pine trees, and that helps the spawn rate for this pine cone, right? This pine cone. And the only time I ever saw it was before we moved down into a different part of New Jersey. Right? Before we moved near the beaches of New Jersey. And what makes it so funny is that I got it again, but this one instead of being in bad condition, it's in near mint condition. I'm about to show it to you. Revealing the 3-headed pine cone. Yes, I named the pine cone myself. So if someone says, "Oh, they're gonna name it," tell them this is the video that I named this pine cone. No one else can name it now. It's the 3-headed pine cone. So, I'll show you why it's in near mint condition. The light's fucking it up. Sorry. See, we got a little scratch right here, and this is all broken. If it was a mint condition pine cone, it wouldn't be ripped and stuff. You can see it's ripped here and stuff. One day I'll show you what a near mint pine cone is if I can remember it in one of my videos. But a near mint condition pine cone, you've probably seen it somewhere. Even the small ones and the medium ones, But this is near mint. When you see a mint condition pine cone, I'll show it to you. Mint condition, because I can collect one. I even gave a mint condition pine cone to my mom, and it's the fucking biggest one I've ever had. Okay. I'm also not giving this to my mom, because I always give the pine cones to my mom so we can decorate them for Christmas every year. But I would say the spawn rate of this pine cone is really rare. Really rare. Why is it really rare, you say? Well, because I only found it when I was 5, and it was in bad condition. And I'm 18. You see, just do the math and do the gap on that one. Yeah. Also, I would love to go back to New Jersey and visit that park again. I have very vivid memories of that park, and it's very nice memories. Very nice memories. Also, I'm going to show you my dog because I'm bored and I want this video to get... Oh, shoot. Whoopsie daisy. Look, it's my dog. My dog. Yeah. My dog. Chance. Yeah. Yeah. There's my doggy dog, Chance. The room. I know I'm a fucking mess. Because I am. Yeah, I'm not very organized. Sorry for the people that have OCD. Prayers for them. Anyways, this is just a short video to tell people I found the most majestic pine cone you can ever have. I'm pretty sure that one time, a long time ago, when I was like 10, I actually got like a 6-headed pine cone. No, that wasn't right. No, that was a myth. That was a rumor I heard when I was talking about pine cones in school. And the next day, I heard a kid. I don't remember his name. He went up to me because he was a random kid. He was one of my friends. Came up to me in middle school at the lunch table. Told me, "Yo, you know I got a 6-headed pine cone." I didn't believe him. And it never did, because you know why? It's just a rumor, and it's just a myth to me, and a legend. Unless somebody can tell me they have caught something more than a 3-headed pine cone, then tell me. Because I sure as hell know none of you caught a 3-headed pine cone before. See ya.